hoje ao nosso questionário de Natal de 2024 with Filomena. Hi, Filomena. How are you doing? How was that?
Olá! Well, first of all, you never say 2024 in Portuguese. You have to say 2024. So, ah.
Stay tuned for the quiz and watch me embarrass myself even more later on. Great to see you, Filomena. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Language and culture, of course, at Christmas time. We're going to learn a few things about Christmas here in Portugal, and you're going to put us through our paces and test us as well with a Christmas quiz. So thank you so much for being here. How are you? How are your Christmas plans going?
They're going well, thank you.
Good. Excellent. Well, over to you then, teacher.
Well, boa noite a todos. Bem-vindos ao nosso questionário de Natal de 2024. So let's start then. I'm going to present the questions in Portuguese, read them in Portuguese, and then translate them. But I'm sure you can understand them in Portuguese.
I shall see.
Are you ready?
We are ready to go. Although George is on my side here, is it not a waste of time to say 2024 as we're trying to save all the time we can ahead of Christmas?
2024, always, okay?
Right, there it is.
So,
Into the matter, George.
Shall we start?
Yes, please do.
So, questão 1. Tradicionalmente, para os portugueses, a principal refeição de Natal é o almoço do dia 25 de dezembro, o jantar do dia 24 de dezembro, o pequeno almoço do dia 25 de dezembro ou todos os dias. Okay? So, translation needed?
No, we're fine.
So traditionally, for the Portuguese, the main Christmas meal is lunch on the 25th of December, dinner on the 24th of December, breakfast on the 25th of December, or every day. Okay?
Okay.
So, can we go to the next one? You can take note of your answers.
All right. Yep.
Ok. Questão 2. Como se chama a refeição do dia 24 de dezembro à noite em Portugal? Consoada, almoço de Natal, bacalhoada ou petiscos? So, what's the name of the meal in the evening, so on the 24th of December in the evening in Portugal? What's the name of that meal? Consoada. So I'm not going to translate it. So Christmas lunch. Bacalhoada comes from bacalhau, so when you eat lots of bacalhau, bacalhoada. And petiscos, like snacks. Okay, so you choose A, B, C, or D.
Hey, you at the back there, put Google Translate down. That's cheating.
Questão 3. Qual é o peixe que se come tradicionalmente no Natal em Portugal? So what's the fish that you eat traditionally at Christmas in Portugal? Sardinha, sardine, peixinhos dourados, golden fish, bacalhau, cod, or dourada. You have a dourada there in the picture. Okay, so you have the pictures. Sardinha, pictures, they are in order. Sardinha, peixinhos dourados, bacalhau, or dourada. They are in the right order, A, B, C, D. Okay, so you choose.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
Some of them are still swimming.
Yes, but it doesn't prevent us from eating them, right?
You don't. You eat them when they're still swimming around?
You pick the one you want.
Who knows? I mean, you are going to see later what's the correct answer. Okay?
Now, Nunu's confusing things here as well, teacher. Sorry, I don't mean to tell class. Nobody likes that. But Nunu's saying Beijinhos de horta. That's not even one of the answers, is it?
Beijinhos de horta are not in the list. No, they are not on the list here. Okay. So, questão 4. Quando é que a família faz troca de presentes de Natal em Portugal? When does the family exchanges Christmas presents in Portugal? Na manhã do dia 25 de dezembro, so in the morning of the 25th of December, no dia 6 de janeiro, dia de Reis, on the 6th of January, the King's Day, na véspera de Natal à noite, Christmas Eve at night, ou não dão nem recebem presentes. Portuguese don't give, neither give nor receive presents, so no exchange at all. So you take your pick, okay?
Right. Okay. So if anybody's having a traumatic reaction to or feeling about 10 years old linguistically, if you do need us to pause, if you do need anything translated or just need to take a breath for a moment, do signal as such. But I think people seem to be doing okay.
This is a Portuguese and culture program, isn't it? So I mean, you have to learn some Portuguese, and I'm sure lots of people understand. They do understand. So let's go forward. Questão 5. Como se chama este bolo típico do Natal português? So what's the name of this typical cake of the Portuguese Christmas? Bolo rei, pastel de nata, bolo rainha, or bolo da Filomena? Okay? No translations needed, I think. Right? So you choose. Next one. Questão 6. Muitos portugueses vão à missa na véspera de Natal à meia-noite. Como se chama esta missa especial? So lots of Portuguese go to the mass on Christmas Eve at midnight. What's the name of this special mass? Missa massa, missa do Carlitos, missa de Jesus, or missa do galo? Okay?
What's that?
No clue, please.
Oh, seriously?
Okay?
Yeah.
So,
I notice some Portuguese people are putting the answers in the chat, but I suspect they're lying.
did anyone say missa do Carlitos?
Yes. Anna is causing troubles. The Portuguese people are actually very badly behaved tonight, Filomena. I'm not sure from your extensive years of teaching experience how you control this sort of behavior.
Well, I'm not seeing them. So I'm just seeing my PowerPoint. So okay. So let's go on.
Yes.
Questão 7. Depois da missa, no interior do país, as pessoas juntam-se no largo da igreja para celebrar uma queima tradicional. Como se chama esta tradição? So after the mass, in the inner part of the country, so not by the seaside, but the eastern part, people usually get together in the church square to celebrate a traditional burning. What's the name of this tradition? Madeiro, madeira, fogueira, or magusto? And again, I'm not translating because then, I would give it away. So,
Yeah.
so madeiro, madeira, fogueira, or magusto? Questão 8. No Natal, os portugueses decoram as casas com luzes de Natal, montam uma árvore de Natal e um burro, uma bicicleta, um puzzle ou um presépio. So, for Christmas, the Portuguese decorate their houses with Christmas lights, and then the verb montar, and here comes the teacher. Now, the verb montar can have two different meanings. To ride on something, mount, ride, or also to assemble, to build something. So
I see what you did
that's
there.
why the verb. That's why I've chosen this verb here, montam. So they mount or they build uma árvore de Natal, so a Christmas tree, and a donkey, a bicycle, a puzzle, or presépio. I'm not translating the word presépio. We are going to learn later, okay? Questão 9. Há uma tradição em Portugal que consiste em cantar canções nas ruas por grupos de pessoas desejando um feliz ano novo, principalmente no Dia de Reis, 6 de janeiro. Como se chama esta tradição? So there is a tradition in Portugal that consists in singing songs in the streets by groups of people wishing a happy new year. Mainly on the 6th of January, the King's Day, or the Wise Man's Day. What's the name of this tradition? Cantar as Janeiras, Festival da Canção, Cantar Dezembro, or As Canções da Astrid. Okay?
A coincidence.
So you choose what is the correct answer. Then, questão 10. Em português europeu, okay? Santa Claus chama-se. So in European Portuguese, not from Brazil, but from Portugal, Santa Claus is called Pai Natal, Papai Noel, Santo Cláudio, or Jerry.
Yes.
What? Yes, I didn't call you. I was naming.
No, I'm saying yes. That's the right answer, Jerry.
Okay, Jerry. Okay.
We'll see.
Questão 11. No Natal, os portugueses gostam muito de comer muitos doces, feitos com pão, leite, casca de limão, ovos, açúcar, canela e fritas em óleo. Esta iguaria chama-se. So, at Christmas, Portuguese like a lot. So they are very fond of eating a lot of sweets. So, made with bread, milk, lemon zest, eggs, sugar, cinnamon, and fried in oil, this treat is called pudim de pão, rabanadas, filhós, or filhos. Okay? Hard.
Yes.
Two of them are very similar, aren't they? Filhós and filhos.
And you don't really want to be getting them confused, do you, in the bakery?
No, probably not. Questão 12. No dia 26 de dezembro, em Portugal, os portugueses celebram. So, on the 26th of December, in Portugal, the Portuguese celebrate a ressaca, the hangover, o Boxing Day, o segundo dia de Natal, the second day of Christmas, or nothing at all. Okay? So, this is it.
Very educational, and I'm sweating. It was like an exam, Filomena, at certain parts,
That was tough.
wasn't it? But
Yeah.
we put, as usual, you probably do know more than you realise, and it's the pressure, isn't it? The bit of pressure that makes it a little bit difficult there, and the kind of quiz factor there. But that's excellent, and we're going to learn a lot by coming back through these. Can I just pause there for a moment, Filomena, before we address the answer?
Of course.
See if we've got any questions. We've got some lovely Christmas greetings, and it's beautiful to see these. Thank you, everybody, for being here on the webinars all this year, and some familiar faces and names here. Boa noite a todos from George. Good to see you, George. Anna, so nice to see you. Lovely to see you, Anna Vieira. Good to see you this evening. How are you? How's Cascais? That's from Diana. George says, I take Portuguese lessons. Alas, I am the dunce. I'm sure that's not true, George. And you can feel like that. I do get that. Under pressure, it can feel like that. But as I say, you probably know a whole lot more than you realise. Feliz Natal, very good, James from Cascais. Igualmente, Feliz Natal to you as well, James. Thank you for being here. Robert, Andrew, Frank, Boa noite from Rahan and Andrew. We have missed you all as we have Portuguese lessons on Thursdays. Okay, but we haven't learned much yet. I wonder if it's made the difference for you. If it's given you a couple of extra points tonight there, Rahan and Andrew. Yes, and from Anna. Hello, everyone. Boa noite. Boas festas from Cascais. We'll talk to you in a bit, Anna. It'd be lovely to catch up with you. Laronda. Pijama Beach, sunny and warm there, 21 degrees. Happy holidays. Thank you, Laronda Igualmente. Thea, Feliz Natal from San Diego. Very soon we'll be from Lisbon. Yay! How soon, Thea? That's great. Nunu says, amazing community. I just passed here to say hi. He will, of course, be with us for the Dream Team session tonight. Yes, and George, yes, it is 2024. That is official now. We don't want to hear it any other way. And Filomena is the only person whose speech is not garbled. I will not be offended by that, Sarah. I don't know if that's a technical difficulty or a criticism of my Portuguese pronunciation there. Hopefully it's a technical difficulty. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully it's neither of those. Feliz Natal, everyone, from Gail, from Conceição, near Orang and Fatima. The Mills are at a curry night with the Leria guy. Oh, Mills is at the curry night. Okay, I hope he brings you a takeaway back from that, Gail. Good evening to you. Thanks for being here. And then people were guessing the answers there. We went into some toing and froing on the answers. Yes. Yeah, Nuno, this doesn't count tonight. The correct answer should be the traditional Portuguese answer. It depends. You can't have that in a quiz.
It depends.
Chaos. Like, it depends for every.
Sometimes it depends, yes. And I'm going also to explain some of it depends.
Oh, crikey. All right. Stuart, Merry Christmas to one and all. Just come back from a tour of Portugal. Got away with shorts in Coimbra. Yes. Figueira de Foz, but had to wear trousers in Porto in the evening. Outrageous. And Mills hoping you were wearing trousers, I think there. Hi, Anna, long time no see, and I'd love to meet you for a coffee sometime. So lovely invitations back and forth from members tonight. That's lovely to see as well. Oxygen day after drinking a lot. Okay, so a bit of a no boozing day. Where did you get those crazy spectacles, Carl? I sent my son off, and I said, "Give me something to wear tonight, if you will, please." He came back with these. What can I say?
Yeah, I was putting these, but they disappear.
They're really bopping their way off the green screen, aren't they? Right there. We'd like to get started on learning Portuguese. Any suggestion, Jim, and from Jim's iPad? Well, we'll talk more about that, Jim, because you can learn definitely one-to-one with Filomena online. So we'll make sure there's a mention of that. Of course, Filomena, says Diana. Also, I've had some success following Mia as well, and took an online course offered by Portugal's Instituto Camões. So we might come back and mention that as well. Instituto Camões sounds like a great organisation. So, should we go back to the quiz and the answers then, please, Professor?
Ok, we can start. Podemos começar. Questão 1. Tradicionalmente, para os portugueses, a principal refeição de Natal é o jantar do dia 24 de dezembro.
Right.
Right?
Okay, so the traditional principal meal of Christmas is the Christmas Eve dinner, basically.
Yes, of course. Then it goes on the 25th. The meal is also important, and it goes on and on. But it's the day when usually the family gets together again on the 24th. So people come sometimes from far away to be with their family, and so that's a little bit like Thanksgiving for the Americans.
Okay, all right. So if you got B, well done. Good
Yes.
question, Mills. Gail, sorry, we'll come back to that in a and the great question from Jonathan Booth as well. Come back to that too. So question one, the answer was B.
B, yes.
You got B.
Question 2. Como se chama a refeição do dia 24 de dezembro à noite em Portugal? So the name that we give to Christmas dinner is consoada. Consoada. A was the right answer.
Right. Now, what is the translation of that, Filomena?
It's just the Christmas Eve dinner. Christmas Eve dinner.
I have a-
Consoada.
I have a confession to make. I did look it up on Google Translate because
And what did it say?
consonant, which doesn't sound very appetizing.
A consonant, no. We don't have consonants for Christmas, no.
Children started to cry when we told them they consonants.
Neither consonants nor vowels, nothing. No, no, no. But I also have a picture here of something that is also traditional for some people in Portugal.
Right.
Octopus, okay?
Yes. Polvo.
Although we are going to see on the other question, there is another fish that is also typical.
Yes.
But especially in the north of the country, if you are from the north or if you are living in the north, you will see that lots of people eat octopus, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. And that Netflix series just was really bad for a lot of us. As I think is being pointed out, but it's still a favorite with Anna. Polvo the best, says Anna. Okay, so console.
Yeah.
Question 2. Question 2. The answer is
A.
consoado.
Consoada.
Consoado.
Questão 3. Qual é o peixe que se come tradicionalmente no Natal em Portugal? So here you have another picture is bacalhau. Answer C. Bacalhau. The cod is the traditional meal for Christmas Eve's dinner.
Yes.
And although for foreigners it might seem very, very, awkward to have boiled cod. Everything is boiled, as you can see on that dish. So boiled cod, boiled egg, boiled vegetables, boiled potatoes. So everything boiled and olive oil on top, right? So you pour some olive oil on everything, and it's a marvelous meal for the Portuguese. At least in my house, I always do that for Christmas, and sometimes also throughout the year, not just for Christmas. But we all like that, and I understand lots of other people don't.
Can we talk about that for a moment? Because yes, I think people do have that reaction, don't they? It's like, wow, that's a boiled meal.
Yeah.
And so it really is about the flavor of the ingredients, isn't it?
Yes, because yes, sorry.
No, carry on.
No, because Portuguese like very simple things. In my opinion, Portuguese, they like to taste the different flavors that the food has, And if you put a sauce, for example, on something, then what you taste is the sauce, right? So the taste of the food becomes the taste of the sauce. And the Portuguese, although we were the ones who brought the spices, the spices that we brought from Asia, but we are not. We don't use a lot of spices usually. I mean, we do use spices like the herbs that we use a lot of herbs, but the spicy food is not very, very liked in Portugal traditionally. I of course, I mean, there are people who like spicy food, but I don't like spicy food, for example. And I'm very traditional.
Yes. Apart from the coffee, though, Filomena, of course.
Yes, except for the coffee. I don't like coffee, but apart from that, yeah, I'm totally Portuguese.
There's a very interesting Portuguese cultural point here about food quality, because if in that meal, you've got a good quality bacalhau, you can really taste it and you can really understand what you're dealing with the boiled bacalhau. You need a really good ingredients with this meal, don't you? Quality.
Yes, and you really feel the flavor of each one of these ingredients. And as I said, there are lots of other excellent recipes with cod, and each one is different, and it has a different flavor. And we also add cream and other ingredients and sauces and stews and everything. But we like different ways of tasting the same ingredient, but tasting different.
I think there's a lot to be learned for the foreigner here because it could be an epiphany. If you've got a boiled egg there that's from like Filomena has chickens. If that's a not a supermarket battery egg, but a proper egg from
Yeah.
a local chicken, and you've got potatoes from somebody's garden that haven't been grown on an industrial scale, and the carrots as well, the root veg,
Yeah.
some cabbage, and you've got some locally produced olive oil. You may have an epiphany. You might have flavors in there that you're not used to tasting for many years. And I think the Portuguese are great in how they honor that and preserve that. So it really is about the flavor. And please don't just give it a go.
Yes. Ok. So, questão 4. Quando é que a família faz troca de presentes de Natal em Portugal? Na véspera de Natal à noite. Traditionally, people say it's at midnight, but usually I don't think, at least for the children, they don't wait until midnight. But it's usually after dinner, people exchange presents. So on Christmas Eve, not on Christmas Day, but on Christmas Eve, usually after dinner.
And the good word there, good bit of vocabulary, troca.
Troca, yes, troca, exchange.
People see that, won't they, when they're out and about with change, actually, literally change is.
Yeah, change of presents, yes.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
So C then, the answer to question 4, very good.
C. Questão 5, como se chama? Well, this picture is another picture, that's why I have this arrow, but the picture that we saw, como se chama este bolo típico do Natal português? So the typical cake for the Portuguese Christmas is called bolo rei, with crystallized fruit on top. And this one is a variant, so it's a bolo rainha, which is, instead of crystallized fruit, it has dried fruit, so some almonds, walnuts. So if you are not very fond of crystallized fruit, you can always ask for bolo rainha instead of bolo rei in a pastry shop near you.
Yeah.
Of course, pastel de nata. Everyone knows pastel de nata, and it's not typical for Christmas, although you eat it all year round.
Yep, and no toy anymore. There used to be a toy in these, didn't there, or a coin?
There used to be a little, well, sometimes it was not a toy, it was something for you to hang on your collar, for example, on your or on your bracelet, your wrist bracelet. But they were so tiny that the EU decided that it was safer not to have it because you could choke.
Yes.
And so now they don't put those little things anymore, but they still have the fava bean, right? So if you find the fava bean, that means that you will have to pay for the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it happens to you, if you find the fava bean, don't hide the fava bean. Don't pretend that you don't have it. You had it, so you have to pay for the next bolo rei.
Very good. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. So you may have saved somebody a lot of embarrassment by mentioning that little culture.
So, questão 6. Muitos portugueses vão à missa na véspera de Natal à meia-noite. Como se chama esta missa especial? So, of course, it could be Missa do Carlitos, but it's not. It's Missa do Galo. Missa do Galo. D, option D.
Can we have the sound effect? Whoever that was before, could they do the sound effect again?
Yes.
They're gone now. Or they stopped being naughty, I think, possibly. It's Nunu.
Maybe it was Nuno and he has gone.
Yes.
I don't know. But Missa do Galo, so the rooster or the cockerel's mass.
Yes.
And of course, the first option was the sound of missa and massa that I wanted to have together. Missa and massa. Massa is pasta, missa is mass. And so this is Missa do Galo because it is believed that rooster announced the Jesus birth, right?
Very good. Now, can I ask a question here? A cultural question. My youngest son said to me today in the car, "What is Portugal's national animal?" And I actually, it's very interesting because somebody sent me this card. I don't know how well that's coming out with the green screen, but that's an Iberian lynx. The Iberian wolf, isn't there? And there is the rooster. What would you say is the
Lince ibérico.
what is the ultimate animal emblem for Portugal? Do you think it is the rooster?
Yes, it is. It is the rooster because of the legend, right? A lenda do Galo de Barcelos. A lenda do Galo de Barcelos. And as you can see, when you go to some touristic place, you have plenty of roosters.
Yeah.
And yes, it's the Galo de Barcelos.
Right, very good. Okay, yes, most tea towels wins, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's not because of Galo de Barcelos that it's called Missa do Galo. But
Okay, fair enough. It's
okay.
because it's late night, isn't it? And you may hear the cock crow on the way home. So question 6 then, that was D. Missa
D. Questão 7. Depois da missa, no interior do país, as pessoas juntam-se no largo da igreja para celebrar uma queima tradicional. Como se chama esta tradição? So this is a tradition that doesn't happen everywhere in the country, but it happens on the eastern part of the country, so the interior, as we say in Portuguese, because it's quite cold, right? It's very, very cold. And so people, they get together after the mass, they get together in the square that is usually in front of the church. And so they, I forgot to highlight the right answer here. My mistake. It's the first one, Madeiro. Madeiro, okay? I hope I didn't forget the following ones, but okay. Madeiro.
It's fine.
Madeiro is the right answer.
Well done.
It's the name of this tradition. Madeira means wood, and also the island of Madeira has the same name. Fogueira is a bonfire, and Magusto is the bonfire when you roast the chestnuts.
Yes.
In November, usually in November, on the 11th of November, we celebrate Saint Martin, and we usually have the Magusto. Traditionally, the wood used to have these fires, they should be stolen. Okay,
Really?
the logs should be stolen. So traditionally, you should steal the wood. Of course, your neighbor might not be very happy about it, but and it used to be the single man that used to go around the village and steal the wood to make this big fire. So that is a tradition that still happens in lots of cities and in the eastern part of Portugal.
So it's a good night to steal wood, really. You're just being traditional.
Yes. Okay, so let's see if okay, I didn't forget this one. So, questão 8. No Natal, os portugueses decoram as casas com luzes de Natal, montam uma árvore de Natal e presépio. So that is D, the answer D. So we of course, besides Christmas lights and Christmas tree, we also have the nativity scene, presépio in Portuguese, presépio. And this picture that I have put here is an example of some presépios, some nativity scenes that you can visit a bit everywhere in the country. I'm sure that near you, wherever you are, there is a presépio to be visited somewhere in an institution, in the local fireman, in the, even the local church. Somewhere near you, I'm sure there is a nativity scene to be visited. For example, in Castro Marim, there is a salt one. So they make everything with salt. In Penella, for example, near me in Penella, they also have a huge one with moving figures. So you have lots of presépios that you can visit, and they are very interesting to see. The little figures, the little images, they are also representing the typical days of people in Portugal, the typical day life of Portuguese.
Yep.
Okay.
Braga's shopping center has an amazing one. Somebody sent me a video. In
Yeah,
the
there are very, very good ones throughout the country.
yeah. So they get question 8. That was the Presepio there.
Then, questão 9. Há uma tradição em Portugal que consiste em cantar canções nas ruas por grupos de pessoas desejando um feliz ano novo, principalmente no Dia de Reis, 6 de janeiro. Como se chama esta tradição? Cantar as janeiras. So, as janeiras, because it's usually, as I said, on the 6th of January. And so people get together. Also, you know, sometimes it's some people that work in the same company or in the same, they live in the same neighborhood, or they have something in common, and they rehearse, they practice, and then they can come, for example, to the town hall or to the city hall. In front of the town hall, they can sing there, or they just go and sing by their neighbors' doors, or they sing wishing you a happy new year. So this is cantar as janeiras. I'm sorry, Astrid, it's not Astrid's songs.
That's a different time of year.
Then question 10. Em português europeu, Santa Claus chama-se Pai Natal. And that is A, because that's why I had European Portuguese, because if you consider Brazilian Portuguese, then it would be B. They would say Papai Noel. So in Brazil, the L at the end is not pronounced as an L as we do here. They pronounce the last L as a U, U sound. So Noel is U, Papai Noel. And so that's the name in Brazil, but not in Portugal. In Portugal is Pai Natal, Father Christmas, Pai Natal. It's not cherry, not cherry. Yeah. And this picture here, why is this picture here? And I'm sure Carl knows.
Which one?
The picture.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying, if you see Jerry coming down your chimney, just call the police. Or he's come to collect your premium member subs.
Yeah,
through the chimney.
Jerry, do you know?
I can't tell you how much Jerry would love to actually fit down a chimney.
Right, this is Cantaneda, not Agada.
Agda, very well, Agda. And
Yes.
what does it represent? The picture on the left and the picture on the right
On the left, you have the biggest Santa, and he
in
has
the world.
yes,
And
he
on the right,
the smallest.
the smallest in the world. That's right. So
Yeah.
you can see this in Agda, right? You can visit Agda and you can see the biggest Santa in the world and the smallest Santa in the world.
It's amazing, isn't it? Gail is saying he's heating his bum on a candle. I don't know if that is what's going on with the little Santa there. But there, Gail.
Then, questão 11. No Natal, os portugueses gostam muito de comer muitos doces, feitas com pão, leite, casca de limão, ovos, açúcar, canela e fritas em óleo. Esta iguaria chama-se, and that was the picture then, not this one now. It was rabanadas, the one that is made with bread, because it's with the leftovers, usually with the leftovers from Christmas Eve. Then you make rabanadas because the bread is hard the next day. And so you slice the bread, you soak it in milk, then you put it in egg, and then you fry it in oil. Then you sprinkle with sugar and cinnamon. These ones are also very typical for Christmas, and they are called filhós. And I have two different filhós for you to see that although Portugal is very small, but Portugal has lots of different traditions in the north, in the south, in the center. So, for example, here where I live in Miranda do Corvo and in Coimbra area, we have these kind of filhós that are the round ones on the left. But if you go just 60, 70 kilometers to the east, you have filhó espichada, which is on the right. Filhó espichada means stretched. So
Okay.
because they fry it, and the recipe is a little bit different. They fry it with stretched dough. So that's why it's called filhó espichada. So there are different ones, usually made with pumpkin, but you can also have them with carrots. You have this filhós.
Where is that lady, Filomena?
Sorry,
Where is that lady? Where was?
Pampilhosa da Serra.
Yeah.
So in Pampilhosa da Serra, by the way, until the 22nd, until Sunday, you can visit Natal Serrano. So every day there are lots of activities and concerts and Filhós Pichada, the festival, Filhós Pichada festival. You can go and see the women from the different freguesias, the different smaller territories of the municipality of Pampilhosa da Serra. So each freguesia has a different stall, and you can see them, making the filhó espichada, and you can buy, of course, and eat. So they are all competing for the best one, but a friendly competition, not a real competition, but a friendly competition.
All right. So the little point of order there, that the various sort of donut-like pastries have different names. So rabanadas was the right.
No, rabanadas is not these. Rabanadas are the ones with bread.
Yes.
The bread slices that I presented the picture at the beginning.
Yeah,
And
that's
these
the right answer, though, wasn't it? Rabanadas.
these are the rabanadas was that answer. And now the filhós, I just wanted to add this typical sweet as well, filhós. And we can eat the filhós, although it's full of sugar and cinnamon already, but we can also eat them with honey. You can also have them with some other sweet.
And
Then
another lovely bit of vocab there, the iguaria. Is that right? Or
Iguaria, that's right. Also, yes, I have chosen this vocabulary for you. Iguaria. So, iguaria is, I think, a new word for you.
Yes.
It's this treat, right? If it's a very, very good thing, it's a treat, it's iguaria. Iguaria. Then, in terms of Portuguese language, I have the C and D that are very, very similar. Just one accent makes all the difference. So you have filhós, that is the name of these cakes, and you have filhos, that means children or sons, right? So you see the difference that an accent makes. So filhós, and it's oh, there we go, Carl, with our open oh.
Filhos.
Filhós,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then filhos,
Yeah.
filhos. You
Yes.
stress the first part because you have two syllables. You have to stress fi, and you say filhos,
Filhos.
So
Okay.
the last sound is os, right? Filhos.
Filhos. And the accent is a difference between life and death there, because you don't want to be telling people you've eaten your sons at Christmas.
No,
Do you?
no. So filhós and filhos. Okay, enough of number 11. Number 12. No dia 26 de dezembro, em Portugal, os portugueses celebram nada. Não celebram nada. We don't celebrate anything on the 26th.
Yeah.
The British celebrate Boxing Day.
Yes.
Some of us might also have a hangover, but we don't celebrate that. So we don't celebrate anything at all. So it's a working day, a normal working day as any other, the 26th of December, except for some people who take some days off. I mean, some people take some holidays. But in general, you can go to work and there is nothing special about the 26th.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Muito obrigada, Feliz Natal e bom Ano Novo.
Well, obrigado. We are very grateful to you, Filomena, for that. Thank you so much. Igualmente, Feliz Natal, Bom Ano Novo. We've really enjoyed your sessions, and that was a great education as usual, and some Christmas fun as well. So thank you so much on behalf of everybody here for that this evening. And there are a couple of questions. If you've got any more, please pop them into the chat. We've still got a little while to hang out. Anna, let's say hello to Anna. Quickly, who's here, looking very festive this evening. How are you, Anna? Tudo bem?
I'm well, thank you. Hello, everybody.
Good to see you. How are you? How's it going?
Olá, Ana.
Hola. Very well.
Good.
I've been studying during the evening, so I could not be here for some months.
Right. Okay,
Sorry.
and your ears. What is that?
It's an elf. It's
Right.
not Portuguese, but it's what it is.
Right, okay, and it's just random, is it? Are they? I don't know if I should probe any further. Ask. Oh, you. Oh, okay, so they are pump op.
Yeah, I pump them when I'm happy.
Yes, I know the feeling. Right. Excellent. Great to see you, and thank you for your support. And you are actually
Thank you.
throwing us off the scent.
I just need to come to wish you all a great 2025. We don't say that in Portuguese. We just say 2025 and to wish you all the best for Christmas.
In 2020, wasn't it 2020 though? Was that like referring
No.
to vision or something? It's just it definitely never happens. You should never.
Never happens.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Some questions then. Do the Portuguese celebrate the 12 days of Christmas? Is that a thing? Isn't it?
Well,
No.
We found out tonight. It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. That's your lot. Yeah. I think we see advent calendars, don't we? I guess that's a commercial thing, isn't it? But not the 12
There's
days.
King's Day on the 6th. What happens in between that and King's Day?
Oh, yes.
Why are the kings waiting till January whenever all the citizens are celebrating in December?
Good question.
Well, for example, in Spain, they give the presents on the 6th. The children have to wait until the 6th of January to get their present.
I believe we celebrated on January the 6th because it was the time that the kings, the wise men took to arrive to the Jesus birthplace. So that's why it was
they were not Portuguese, but they were a bit slow.
They didn't have Uber back then.
They don't have the Uber, no.
There were no
Hi,
Uber,
Anna.
no.
It's good to see
Hello.
you.
Probably
We're
it was
supposed
a
to
public
connect
transport.
up. You have family in Conceição.
Yeah, you now are settled down in Orange
On
area, right?
Anno December 6th. Yes.
Okay, we need
We
to
miss
talk.
you. We will talk.
Thank you very much. So yeah, perhaps in the religious sense, the Advent might be celebrated, but not no song or sort of popular culture connection there, Jonathan. Great question. And we spoke quite a lot, didn't we, about the boiled bacalhau there as well. I'm just trying to see if there's any other further questions before we pause.
Octopus. There is also octopus.
Octopus, which is Anna's favorite as well, of course. Okay. Any other
favorite for all year round, but in Christmas is cod. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
okay.
Octopus is one of my favorite dishes.
But in the
Portugal.
north, they also eat a lot of octopus for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, and your Boxing Day, Anna, you sleep all day, you do a bit of work, you just go to the shopping mall to change the socks the grandparents gave you.
Everybody goes to change whatever you receive that you don't like. That's a strong tradition in Portugal.
There you go.
And also the sales start. So sometimes if you get money for Christmas, you start buying things on the 26th.
You start spending.
Yeah.
Ireland celebrates St. Stephen's Day. That's from George there. Oh dear, you move from the UK to the US, no Boxing Day, and then darn it, Portugal doesn't have a Boxing Day. Life is tough. Yeah, I'm so sorry to break the news to you, Jonathan, about the tragedy of Boxing Day outside of the UK. And yes, Filomena, what are some traditional Christmas carols in Portuguese? And we did sing, didn't we? Vamos cantar as janeiras as well, didn't we?
We didn't sing that, but we sang desejo bom Natal. Bom Natal para todos nós. We sang that. Yeah.
There are carols, of course, aren't there, for Diana, who got 10 out of 12. Well done, Diana. Even with some lucky guesses there. So yes, singing. If people want to sing, because it's often a good way of learning the language, isn't it? What are there traditional Portuguese carols that could be sung?
Yes, there are. Also for the janeiras.
Okay.
Vamos cantar as janeiras, vamos cantar as janeiras.
Yeah,
Por
together.
essas quintais adentro vamos, às raparigas solteiras.
That really made your ears flap when you were singing that, Anna. Okay. Amazing to see you at the karaoke. All right. Why does Portugal play so many US Christmas carols instead of Portuguese carols? I think it's the same the world over, isn't it? The world of popular music tends to dominate. Mariah Carey is everywhere. Pedder's here. Hola, boa noite. Better late than never. Good to see you, Pedder. We are recording this, so you can go back and do your homework on this Dream Team session at 9 as well. Anna, you remind me of her, or Mercury, looking like a Greek god this evening as well. Fantastic. Okay, anything else you want to tell us, Filomena, about Christmas, or you, Anna, while you're here? Anything else us foreigners should know? Turning up at Portuguese friends for Christmas, what should we take with us? Bottle of wine would probably would suffice, would it not?
Yes,
always a good choice. Wine.
All right, bottle of wine if we are invited round. And you know, what do you do? Are you being invited round for the whole day? Should you just pop in, say hi, and make your excuses and leave? What's the deal with that? What will be the expectation on a stranger or a foreigner? Is it just a kind of customary token thing, or are you in for the day? You got to know, because if you eat before you go, I've had 2 Christmas dinners on some years, not knowing quite how to play that. So what would you suggest?
You would stay. Yeah, you would stay until the end.
Yeah, stay until the end there. Okay. All right. And enjoy the Portuguese hospitality. There you go. And take a bottle of wine with you. Go on, Jerry.
Well, Carl, first of all, I have a complaint. So I need someone to send me the complaints book.
Right. Okay.
And my complaint is that since Filomena took over the quiz, my score has dropped. I used to get 100%.
I heard that you only used to get 90, even if in your own quiz.
Well, I got 90 last, but I only got 5 right. 5.
Look,
well, I have changed it. I have changed it a little bit.
Yes. So I think we should know. I think we should who got 12 and who got 10.
75. Very well, James.
Yeah, good one, James. All right. I think Diana got 100 there. Yeah. Okay. All right. One more time, Filomena, before I stop the recording, and I'm sure people will have fun and learn more watching this again or seeing it for the first time. So thank you so much, and boas festas to you.